What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and we are here for Flashback Pink Slips, episode 16. Big little stretch here. We got 4 games on the palette today. Road game, Road Dogs against the 2-2 Marshals, Road Dogs against the Raiders, Road Dogs against the Broncos, and at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we're going to go play one off one, play one off one. So we're going to sit out the Marshals game because they're a team we've beat up on them enough. They're not a great roster. It's not, exciting fresh players, but we will play the Raiders. Then we'll sim against the Broncos, and of course, we're going to play that Week 9 game against the Philadelphia Eagles and maybe get a chance at acquiring some of my favorite players of Eagles past. So without further ado, man, there's no real messing around. We're coming off a Week 5 victory where Willie Parker stole the show in the Manning Bowl. 219 yards, almost 11 yards per touch. 2 touchdowns, also chipped in with 57 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Just one hell of a performance as he went in. And this was an important game for him. He had a dev trait scenario looming over his head and achieved it to be one of the best 70 overall running backs in NFL history. So hopefully that kind of translates to the sim here, and we can handle business, take care of business, not have a hiccup loss, and get back over 500 against a bad San Antonio Marshals team. Alrighty, I'm hoping we can get at least a quick 3-star, 4-star victory, somewhere in that range. I look at the roster, there's no one, not one guy that I think would present an upgrade. We're gonna have to look through maybe who they drafted every year, and that could be a player we take. But I don't know, maybe we can't look that far down the road because we have not had consistent results from this Oilers team when we sim games. Just like that in the fourth quarter, we've blown our lead, and we're probably gonna find a way to lose. Like we did against the Jags last year. Look, this is horrific. We lost. This is such a bad sim team. Man, I really wanted to get in a good mood here. This is just such a shitty way to start that. So we lost. So you're looking at this from a Marshall standpoint. They won the game. It's a divisional game, so they got 2 stars off the rip. Offensively, they did nothing. We got no points for Carr, no points Lamont Jordan, nothing for the receivers. But on the defensive side, they did get 2 sacks for Gary Walker, which is worth half a star. They did have an interception from Bryant Westbrook, which is worth half a star. Gives them 3 stars on the day, a +6 upgrade. Just such an unnecessary loss, man. Oh, this team's awful in the sim. So they're going to go with a splashier acquisition. I mean, they could have looked at bringing in, one of our outside linebackers. Not a massive upgrade, right? They could have looked at bringing in Spice Adams at D-tackle, which would be +5. The current starting D-tackle is 69 overall. But they're going to make a splash move here, and they're going to upgrade Corey Bradford, who is a 78 superstar dev wide receiver at 29. And they're going to flip that for David Boston, who's an 84 superstar dev wide receiver at 27. Big loss for the offense, but deserved loss. If you can't beat the Marshals, this is exactly what the repercussions need to be. Oh, let's go. Shannon Sharp, opening drive. We're out for blood. I'm talking we're going 5-star. We gotta rebound from that Marshals loss. We're going 5-star. Okay, don't know what happened there, but again, we're gonna keep our commitment to the 5-star, and we're gonna go for it. 4th and 7. If we lose by a field goal, this will come back to bite us in the ass, but my confidence is at an all-time high. That will miss a wide open Andre Johnson. What is going on? Okay. All right, 3rd and 20. This game is not going well. So we got a clean pocket. Wes Welker ran himself into covered. Let's see if we can hit him here now on an extended play. Makes a... Ooh. Let's go. No huddle. Quickly before they challenge this, because that looked really damn close. One hell of a grab from Wes Welker. Andre Johnson sucking ass. I don't know if he was out prior to the night before or not, but he's barely seen the field. But when he's out there, we got to go to him early and often. Able to respond from a little sim defense cheese, giving up a big long score to the Raiders. Or the quarterback I've never heard of. Oh, right on. Maybe we should just go back to having the sim play defense for a sec. Take a drive off maybe once a quarter just to speed it up a little bit. Playing probably better than me. That was pathetic. Look, Troy Polamalu coming out there, tried to line him up, and just tackled the air. Just a nice wrap-up tackle on Manti Te'o's girlfriend. There we go. Finally an X Factor, making an X Factor-like catch. We're getting a lot of good toe taps. It's just separation and contested catches have been horrific. But we're in a perfect position here. We got Bradford, the new guy that we just got for David Boston. Let's just see what he can do. What can this guy do on the goal line? Hey, Corey Bradford. And actually, remember, we utilized him quite a bit the last time we did Pink Slip with the Marshalls. That early day Houston Texan roster. All right, showing up here. Filling in for David Boston pretty well. Wes Welker makes the contested catch. Let's go. No more David Boston. Wes Welker's going to have to fill in more. You know, we wanted him back. We want him back from the Jags. Obviously, long-term, at this point, his career developmental slot. But now with no more David Boston, we lost Anquan Bolden forever how many moons ago. It's really going to have to be Wes Welker as our wide receiver 2 to complement Andre Johnson. Or we just go Andre, big boy. Charles Woodson's getting up there in age. Just quick back-to-back scores. Finally pulling ahead here. Come on, collapse the pocket. Or just, hey, how about we just tackle? How are we losing all these fundamental plays? I'm hitting A. I'm trying to go conservative tackle. Not even trying to force a fumble. Not even trying to respond to that massive hit that Willie Parker just took and try to set that tone for it. I'm just trying to get by here. And even then, we can't wrap up. Come on. That's just a terrible decision. They'd have no timeouts. See, look, that's the one thing. We can get good, solid gameplay on All-Pro, but the decision-making, the play calling, is terrific. Oh, just dummy them a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, we show the All-Pro play call. We also see a little bit of All-Pro run defense there. Superstar Willie Parker, 65 yards. A little too easy. Oh, there we go. Right on cue. James Harrison, big sack, 3rd and a mile for the Raiders. See if we could force him into another interception. Let's go Big Al. Al Hainsworth in the middle. Eats the double team. They just run it. They're just trying to get in field goal range. They know the QB's a little turnover. They got Steven Jackson in the backfield. That could be a potential upgrade. As it looks like right now, we might be getting a +5.
Coming to you.
Oh, too easy. But then when you got 96 speed, everything comes easy.
Let's go.
Just random thought as this drive is dwindling down. They've got 3 straight first downs on my ass. Maybe once our team hits like an 85 overall, like, you know, once we're actually a legit Madden team, we can discuss moving the gameplay up to all Madden again. I mean, it's been a while since we played all Madden. It's been since like the Raiders-Bucks franchise that we're messing around on all Madden. So yeah, I think that's how we could open up a conversation, even though, again, on any given week, I could get worked on All-Pro. Gruden's pissed, but we were able to bounce back from a horrific sim loss to the Marshalls here. I don't know if it's 5-star. Should be pretty damn close to a 5-star. I know Eli went over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Andre Johnson had a monster game. Defense came up big when we needed them to. And, you know, the bad thing is I just thought the Raiders might have a better roster at this point. But, hey, Charles Woodson could be on the menu. So we'll be back. We'll calculate our star rating here. As who is that quarterback? Marquez Tuiasosopo. So let's see here. We won the game. We won by 21, which is 2 stars for the win. We had the better plus-minus, which is worth a half-star. Looking at Eli Manning, he went over 300 yards, went over 3 touchdowns, which is 1 full star from Eli. We got 1 full star from Willie Parker, went over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. We got a half-star from Andre, who had 2 touchdowns. And on the defense, 2 sacks from James Harrison is worth half a star. And an interception is worth half a star each. Winfield and Donald Mitchell pulling the trigger. So 1 full star from the picks. It gives us a 6.5-star performance here against the Raiders. round that down to a 5, which is a plus 10 opportunity and a chance to spin the wheel. So before we figure out who we're going to take away from the Raiders, it might not actually even be someone from the Raiders, because if we get a pick a team, it could be a plus 10 upgrade anywhere. But let's, without further ado, spin the wheel. You should know the options by now. Pink special. This might be the last time we can do that if we spin that, because we only have, I think, 2 more throw power to go for Eli Manning. So let's see. On the wheel, we get pink special. So there we go. This is the last time before we retire that widget on the wheel, and we're going to have to add a brand new one in, because we can't add any more, because Pink Slip Special is plus 2 throw power, plus 2 acceleration, plus 2 sprint speed to any player. And I feel like once we max out the throw power, it's a niche wheel because of some of the old school Pink Slips where we just straight up ran streaks and we hit a couple big Hail Marys. But, you know, we're going to put this one to bed, and we're looking for another wheel idea that's fun, that's fresh. Come on. You guys are all in quarantine, right? Should the creative juices should be a-flowing. Let's find a good replacement for Pink Special while we max out Eli Manning's throw power and most likely max out Andre Johnson's speed. So actually, the last time we did spin the wheel, we got this one. So, you know, we're going to have exactly what we like to look for in a quarterback. So Eli Manning is rounding up with that 99 throw power. And then we're going to give Andre Johnson, I don't even think I can use it on him. I mean, I can. I'm going to be leaving a little bit. We're going to be able to carry over a little bit. Because, look, we can give him 2 acceleration, or 2 speed, but we can only give him 1 acceleration. So, therefore, we can give another player a little more acceleration. And I think it's going to be Wes Welker. So, we'll get him up. He already has 95 acceleration, able to get in and out of those cuts in the slide. Well, we'll give you 1 more, up to a 96. So, now let's get our plus 10 upgrade from the Raiders. So there were 2 trades that I really dwelled over for a little bit here. This is the one that we didn't take. That was maximizing that plus 10. So it'd be a plus 7 to take Winfield, who's 28 superstar X Factor, and go to Charles Woodson, who's 99 only superstar. If I'll tell you right now, if Woodson had superstar X Factor, I would have made this deal. This would have been the one I want, because I'm a huge fan of Charles Woodson. Then we were able to flip John Runyon, 77 star. He's 31 to get Jordan Gross, who's at this point 80 superstar. You know, you'd solidify that offensive line. However, I just don't want to give up the X factor when I don't have to. So here's the trade we'll be making. I'm going for youth. I'm going to flip Chris Brown, who is our power back option, 72 star. And we're going to flip that for Steven Jackson, who's a 74 star. Power back, same goddamn thing. Really nice looking player. And I'm getting one of my favorite players of all time. The guy that we had as our #1 target for the draft. We can now get him. We're flipping Orlando Ruff, who's a 67 linebacker. And we're going to get lights out Sean Merriman, 75 superstar, only 21 years old. So let's see how our 2 new players get acclimated. Steven Jackson, our power back. We have lights out Sean Merriman, starting outside linebacker. Our second sim game of the episode against the Denver Broncos. Again, I have very little confidence in our team. We have, remember, we have superstar X Factor quarterback, superstar X Factor wide receiver in Eli Manning, Andre Johnson. Yeah, we can. I don't think we've scored 30 points in a sim game. You know, it's consistently just like, can we grind out a victory? Let's kick some field goals there. It's just like, it's so annoying. Like, look, we're probably gonna find a way to choke this one away. Oh, we don't. But we held on by 3 points. Probably 1-star performance. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really bad. But I guess the way you got to look at this is that we didn't lose anyone, right? We didn't lose anyone. It wasn't like we had a 5-star defeat. We'll take our nice depth upgrade and move on. This one actually doesn't look as bad as the score. I mean, it was 16-13. Not good, but right at the rip, we got a win, which is 1 star. We won the plus minus, which is a half-star. Looking at our player stats here, nothing for Eli, nothing for Willie Parker, nothing for our receivers, but on the defensive side, 2 sacks for Robert Hainsworth, 2 sacks for Cam Wake. Finally, that breakout game. But it's a half star for 2 sacks. So that's 1 full star for them too. And we got a half star from Antoine Winfield getting an interception, showing the confidence for us not shipping him to Oakland to bring in Charles Woodson, which gives us a 3-star performance from this victory, a +6 upgrade coming from the Denver Broncos. We have a +6 upgrade. Here's the move we're going to be doing, because it feels like wide receiver is the spot that teams, well, obviously it's me, but seem to pick apart. when we do lose games. So we're going to flip Malcolm Floyd, 69 star dev wide receiver. Actually a pretty nice looking wide receiver prospect, 6'5", 90 speed. But I don't like Corey Bradford at all as our wide receiver 2 on the depth chart. So we're going to flip that for Roddy White, 75 superstar dev wide receiver, rookie out of Alabama, even though I'm pretty sure he's UAB. So our final game of the episode, one I've been waiting for. We're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. McNabb, Weapon X, Hugh Douglas, Trey Thomas, Robert Gallery, Heath Miller. What do I need? I gotta find, I don't know. I don't even know with a plus 20. If we can get Brian Dawkins, 70, 89, there's no way, because we only have a 70 over. But my God, I would want a 5-star and get Brian Dawkins. It's not gonna feasible at this point, but we could be able to get some guys that I remember from Eagles of years past. But let's get into it for the 4th and final game of this episode. Oh, Shannon, we're trying to take this game low and slow. Just pick them apart tactically and trying to avoid that left-hand side of the field where Brian Dawkins surely at some point in this game is going to force a fumble. He's coming off the right now, coming off the edge. We'll just try and keep it to the ground, limit it, run away from Brian Dawkins, and mix in some play action. Oh, and there's just a lot of speed there. Great counter run. Willie Parker in for the touchdown, opening drive score for the Houston Oilers. Oh, a man who I can say proudly as an Eagle fan has been a little bit of an Eagle killer. Jason Witten in his time with the Dallas Cowboys. Doesn't matter what uniform he's repping, as long as he's in the state of Texas, he is just consistently getting open on 3rd down. Eli Manning gets destroyed in the pocket. Still able to find Jason Witten for a solid gain. Gonna try to punch it in through the ground here. Willie Parker, not known for his red zone abilities. Let's go. Yeah, not a goal line back. Probably should have had Steven Jackson in there. We'll bring out Seabass for a field goal attempt. Oh shit, Andre Johnson on Brian Dawkins down deep. Unbelievable. And then Willie Parker able to finish it off. Eagles defense gassed. Doesn't even get sniffed on. He's COVID free. 17 zip. Oh, Troy Polamalu in on the blitz. McNabb sends it 69 yards. This is an offense. I think they have 70 total yards so far. 3rd and 17. Let's put them out of their misery. They are fringe field goal range here. Could get their first points of the game, but I just don't see anybody, especially on the outside, that's going to be beating us. Look, they just check it down. Vilma makes the tackle, and we hold them to a field goal attempt. Oh, come on, Andre. This is what you're good at. And he Most doesn't even have to have the X Factor triggered. He is the best wide receiver in the National Football League. I'm getting Antonio Brown, Raiders franchise vibes from the upside we have right now with Andre Johnson. Did we pick on Brian Dawkins? We shall. Unfortunately, he's getting up there in age at this point. Look, he's a beaten down old man. All right, nice little insta sack there. It's a running play, but Troy Polamalu blows that one up. Okay, he's sacked again. I guess it's going down as a run play, but whatever. Should be sacks. TFLs in today's NFL, I guess they're almost as valuable as sacks. As, you know, your varying array of trick plays. Let's go here. 3rd and goal. This Eagles, like, what do you got? What, you got to go deep to Todd Pinkston? Get out of here. Out of bounds, still short. Take your 3 points. Let the onslaught continue on the other side of the field. Pink slips. Yeah, I think we're about ready to go back to all Madden. Now that we're getting a guy that all Madden, all pro, all rookie, doesn't matter. He's unstoppable. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's over. He's the best wide receiver in Madden. He's the best wide receiver in Madden 20 on this channel. He's designed that way. We got, what, 3 pink specials injected into this man? And as we check the score out from our 41-16 victory you know what? The rule was if we got 2 5-star performances in the episode, whenever that happens, we're going to up the difficulty to all Madden. We were very close. We got a win, and we won by 21, which is 2 stars. We didn't get anything in the turnovers, so now it comes into the player stats. Eli Manning, over 300 yards, over 3 touchdowns. That's 1 full star for Eli. Willie Parker with 2 rushing touchdowns, got a half star. Andre Johnson, all-time game here, 8 catches, 276 and 3. That is worth 1 star. On the defense, we didn't get much there. We had a sack from Cam Wake, no interceptions, so we finished with 4.5 stars. We got to round down. It is a 4-star performance, a +8 upgrade incoming from the Eagles. So we're going to take a little bit of liberties here, trying to get some of my more favorite Philadelphia Eagles and take advantage of the fact that a +0 does exist. The big +8 is going to come as we flip, long term. I don't know how smart this is, but we're going to flip Mike Williams, who's an 83 star. He's only 25. We're going to get Trey Thomas, who's a 91 superstar left tackle. Obviously, there's a 5-year age difference. Maybe this will come back and bite us in the ass. I don't know. But I think at this point in time, it's a worthy upgrade. He should hold on to that rating. And I think it'll both break even. Because, how many, I don't know if we're going to get... We'll just say it's going to break about even. And I think long term, it also helps because there's not going to be a lot of teams that if they're going to poach someone, it's probably going to be more likely that they're going to poach Williams, who's going to be lower rated and most likely comparable to a lower level tackle, because there's not a lot of guys in the 90s at that tackle spot. So I just think there's a little bit more security as well with Trey Thomas, because when you lose +4, there's not a lot of teams that are going to be looking to upgrade an 88 lineman, right? Or whatever like that, 88, 89, 87, somewhere in that range, if not higher. But if you're dealing with teams that have a below 70 lineman, 79, 78, Mike Williams is a lot more affordable. So that's kind of my logic. It's about breaking even. And then I'm just going to flip Raheem Brock, who's a 73 star, to get Trent Cole, who actually, that's kind of weird. They actually ended up getting drafted by the Eagles. The Hunter, 73, hidden dev, I think it's a star. And then I'm just going to take a straight swap here. Nate Clemens, 85 star, he's 25. And we're going to flip him for Lito Shepherd, who is 85 star as well, a year younger. But literally the last good corner. Him and Asante Samuel and Sheldon Brown were like the last group of good Eagles corners. So adding a couple of my favorite Eagles and making an upgrade at left tackle. So there we go, fellas. That is how we're going to wrap up this episode of Pink Slips. Overall, a positive episode, going 3-1, welcoming a few new players to the squad. We got Steven Jackson to come in and compliment there at running back. We, I guess, got Bradford. We lost David Boston, and we got Corey Bradford. But more importantly, I think Roddy White is the bigger acquisition at that wide receiver spot, 76 with a hidden dev, which I think we saw was a superstar, which is going to help out our squad. On the offense, we got Trey Thomas, 91 superstar. What do we got for an ability here? You got power blocker, threat detector. Wait, what is that? On third down? I don't think I've ever seen that one. During pre-play, players with this ability will highlight any oncoming blitzers on... Okay, well, that's unreal. So we have him, and then on the defensive side, we're welcoming Lito Shepherd, Trent Cole, and lights out Sean Merriman, one of my favorite players. And Cam Wake came out with his dev trait, and it just happens to be superstar. So as long as we can keep winning, we should be able to maintain this pretty filthy squad. But as you can see and have seen, remember last year, I think we had 2 episodes in a row that we went like 1-3 and 2-2. Our roster and the talent that we have can be flipped on its head on any given week. And I feel like we're getting very close to 2 5-star performances in one episode where we need to up the difficulty to all Madden. But for right now, let's just sit back and enjoy the roses. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you're first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We'll be back here in just a couple days because obviously the Rip City franchise has an end date because the XFL, folding in real life kind of, the Rip City franchise is going to be done in about a week or 2. So that means primarily it's going to be realistic rebuilds, and this is going to be the premier series on the channel. So we'll be going a lot quicker. Like I said, we're only in the 06 season, and I do want to try to catch up to present time, but we have more than enough time till July, August when the new Madden drops for this series to continue all the way through there. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Like I said in countless times, this is my favorite series to hop in and play. And like I said, I hope the feeling is mutual. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent.